Welcome comrades to annual highlight, to annual showcase of best moments from the Vita Homebrew underworld. It is dedicated to all the Vita lovers, as well as to all the Vita haters, to show them Vita ain't going nowhere, bro. There is a lot to go through, so let's get cracking. As usually, I came up with a bunch of categories. First one being beat 'em ups, and first entry, Friends of Ringo Ishikawa, a story-driven beat 'em up using 16-bit style pixel art. It has kind of freeform structure. You can either go to school, work out, or beat up rival gang members for cash. What would you prefer? Double Dragon 4 is second entry, inspired by old school beat 'em up Double Dragon 2. There is a story mode, two-person mode. Both of these ports are fully finished, fully playable, nothing is missing in here. Get them while offer lasts. And how you can get them, you may ask? You're gonna need to use Google, cause we are not allowed to discuss this kind of matter in here. Second category, racing games. No, Need for Speed Underground wasn't ported, unfortunately, but at least we got Poppy Cards, a funny card racing game in a pixelated world. In case you prefer racing in flying saucers instead of cards, we got you covered. Poppy Cards 2. Both are playable via Poppy Card Collection. Card Rider Rush is another card racing port. The game is playable, but it is in Chinese, because it was ported by the Chinese guy. But it's not difficult to figure out what to press, or you can still use Google Translate. There are plenty tracks to win and cards to use, and I enjoyed more than Poppy Card. Wipeout Rewrite. It is an open source re-implementation of the original PS1 Wipeout, based on a leaked source code. It has several benefits over PS1 version, like widescreen support and native resolution. I've never really been fan of Wipeout, cause I hate when I hit the wall and it brings me to standstill, but I guess I'm just bad at it. Redriver 2, aka Reverse Engineered Driver 2. Same thing here, great port, but it has one small issue. If you play it in 4x3, it is not centered, and if you play it in 16:9, graphics are better, but performance lower. So it is up to you to choose. Also guys, like and subscribe if you are enjoying these videos, it means a lot. Then we have two kinda drifting games, but I've included it in this category. Drift R, great addictive mini game with simple graphics, but it is hard to put it down. And Absolute Drift, there are various objectives to complete, which will unlock new levels and cars. Controls are kinda tricky, it takes some getting used to. Third category, adventure games. Kindergarten 2, pixelated graphics, lot of catchy humor, and inappropriate content. What else would you want? Maybe something more of a point and click nature? MechPixel 3 is here to the rescue, a lot of silly puzzles awaits. If you like Kindergarten, you're gonna like MechPixel for sure too. Or if you are after something more of an old school point and click adventure experience, you can try Thimbleweed Park, a spiritual successor to Maniac Mansion and Secret of Monkey Island. Or, if you are into Professor Layton, there was an original DS trilogy ported, but these are remastered Android ports, so it's almost in an HD. You can play it vertically or horizontally. If you are into Professor Layton games, these are must play. If you need any help with setup instructions, check out our Discord. Port that made a lot of people happy was Night in the Woods. It is more of a narrative focused adventure game, not my cup of tea, but if it's yours, don't miss out. It runs great, and now you can even play it with uncapped 60 FPS frame rate. Fourth category, this video sponsor. As per usual, all my channel members and Patreons, your support is greatly appreciated. As a sign of my profound gratitude towards you, I'm making one more giveaway. Check out community post or Patreon for more information about prize or entry. The winner of last giveaway was just announced. It is this guy. Whoa, you didn't know there was a giveaway? Yeah, there was. So make sure to watch the videos closely, cause you ain't gonna find giveaway in a thumbnail or title. We ain't doing it like that in here. These are shadow giveaways, so only true comrades can get it. So once again, fourth category, action RPGs. My favorite one, port of OG Fallout. Last year we received Fallout 2, and in 2023, even first part. If your background music is not working, same like mine wasn't, make sure to add data in front of sound/music in the config file, as one of our dear Discord members pointed out. Fallout 1 proudly resides among other great Vita RPG ports like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Diablo, Icewind Dale, Septara Core. We can even add here Port of Flare RPG, open source, isometric 2D action RPG inspired by Diablo. This release includes Empyrean Campaign, which is a single-player campaign with full-fledged storyline. This World Ends With You, solo remix, another DS game, remade for mobiles and ported to Vita with all the redrawn visuals in high definition. It has expanded soundtrack featuring new tracks, gameplay has been revamped to fit on a single screen, another must-play RPG. Let's move on to following category, Space Combat Simulators. This year we had 3 great ports, Descent Free Space, Free Space 2, both were included in a Free Space Duology collection. You fight against opposing forces in various environments. These games have a great modding community that created 20 years worth of campaigns playable with this port. Mind-blowing! If you want something more recent, there is a solid port of Galaxy on Fire 2, where you can also fight, trade, mine and complete missions. This game is brought to you in cooperation with PG Team that has modified this game and improved it significantly. You can choose patches in the configurator app. I'm a big fan of this game, but to be honest, I haven't played it as much as I would want to, cause there are simply so many good games and hardly any spare time. Let's change it up a little bit. Up until now we were only checking ports of already made games, so why not to look at some original homebrew releases. Peak of this year original homebrew is for sure Purified, FuHEN competition winner, a very thought-through third-person wave-based shooter with amazing graphics, tight controls, 60 FPS and even its own soundtrack. Superhot clone called Vita Hot offers also a very varied and satisfying experience with a lot of content to choose from, especially after the latest release that made it even better. Dreampunk, a very unique experience, kinda platformer, but very unforgiving, so make sure to pack an extra dose of patience in case you wanna give it a shot. I'm giving shout out also to the Amaze Planet, roguelike dungeon crawler. If you think I've missed some good homebrew, let me know down below. And we are moving on to next category, old school ports and Candy Crisis. Exciting combination of pure action and puzzle gaming. macOS Classic, same as Aerofoil, a port of Glider Pro, where we are flying paper plane through the house full of traps. Or, if you wanna feel some medieval vibes, you can try Onslaught Arena, HTML5, fast-paced arcade shooter, just don't take flames, cause then the frame rate drops drastically. Same as Anarch, extremely small, no dependency, no file, 90s style Doom clone, made for the benefit of all human beings. For more 90s style first-person shooters, please refer to William Shatner's Tech War, and we are moving on to platformers. Awakened Evil and Long Spear, 2D Godot games that were ported thanks to the Sonic Master Godot Engine Vita port. Unfortunately, 3D Godot games do really struggle to run properly. Starcatcher, another one-button Godot madness. Sleepwalker's Journey, this is touch-based title, but it feels like a platformer to me, so it is here. Sonic 3 SMS Timelines, port of a fan-made game. If you are a Sonic fan, you should try it out. Kaliske 4, run and gun action platformer. And I'm also including Super Monkey Ball 2 Sakura Edition. Kinda hard to find category for this one. Very solid port nonetheless. You can even use joystick to control it, which I'm a big fan of, cause you know these gimmicky gyro controls kinda suck. Tower defense category. Multiple entries in here like Age of War, Defend Your Base and Destroy the Enemy's one. Anomaly Defenders with spectacular visuals. A tower defense at its finest, right in the palm of your hand, controlled by touch. Anomaly Warzone Earth, Anomaly 2, and Anomaly Korea are 3 kinda tower offensive games in the same Anomaly universe. Also stunning graphics. If you are into this genre, I would definitely recommend to install at least one of them. There were also many weird ports released, weird in the sense that they cannot be categorized, thus they are in a miscellaneous. Games like Late Shift, interactive full motion video game, Prune, a love letter to growing trees, Golfing Over It with Alva Mayo, discouraging game about climbing a surreal mountain with a golf ball, or Funky Smugglers, funky game about catching a contraband with the help of X-ray machine. You still here? I'm just checking up on you. If you need break, do it now, cause we're just about halfway through. No? I warned you. Now, shoot 'em ups category. Super XYX, cool kick-ass vertical shoot 'em up, running at smooth 60 FPS, really enjoyable, as well as Beat Hazard 2, that seamlessly mixes the love of music and gaming. You can even add your own songs and play it like that. That's very intriguing feature, same as stunning visuals and 30 FPS cap in case you want to play it in stable frame rate. Prototype and R-Type remake, native resolution and locked 60 FPS, sign me in. Now category I wish it could be finished, with the first title, Doom 3. Yeah, we received this unfinished, abandoned port that I would really love to see end up being playable. Unfortunately, I think it's not gonna happen. Well, it's nice to have dreams, isn't it? Another port I would love to see playable, but there isn't much probability, is just Shapes and Beats. Transitions are abysmal, like 5 FPS, but gameplay is solid, like 30 FPS. Angry Video Game Nerd 1 and 2 Deluxe is another abandoned port that won't let me sleep calmly at night. It is kinda playable with variable frame rate and no background music, similarly to Untitled Goose Game, for which I'm still keeping my hopes high. I was also kinda waiting for the long anticipated Desmume update, the DS emulator for PS Vita, that would render at least some games playable, but nothing for now. I have asked channel members and Patreons what's their favorite Vita Homebrew of 2023, and this is what Dalaylama wrote. There were many mind-blowing ports this year, but I would want to highlight great mods like Minecraft Enhanced, Revolt, Galaxy on Fire 2, as well as Syndaka Chronicles and GTA 4 Early Redemption. I love when people are enhancing our experience even further. I hope to see more of them in the future. Long live Vita! I absolutely agree with him. We've been blessed with a lot of cool mods this year, including Minecraft Enhanced, Revolt, Galaxy on Fire 2, as well as total conversion mods for GTA Liberty City Stories called Syndaka Chronicles, and for GTA 3 called 4 Early Redemption, which are basically like a brand new games with new storylines in same engines. Great work, I would also love to see more of them in the future. We have also received some very useful plugins this year, like No TRP DRM, that enables us to earn trophies for homebrew games. You're lucky if you like to collect them. No PSP MU DRM, that bypasses PSP MU DRM checks. And thanks to latest PKGJ update, we can even download PSP games in the background, which previously wasn't possible. TV Key is another interesting plugin. You can use it to connect mouse and keyboard to PS TV and control games like that instead of traditional controller. For all PSP lovers, PKGI was released in there, so you can download whatever your heart craves for. Great app, even though it has some limitations, still nice to see it. Drink? Pee? Sick? Pause and go now, we are not done yet. Killzone Mercenary multiplayer restoration effort was a great news that certainly helped to brighten my day. Hopefully it all will go well. FuHEN Homebrew contest was a great success, and I'm sure without it we wouldn't have received many of these award-winning ports. I'm being optimistic that this contest was not the last one. Vita 3K emulator for Android was another great success. It keeps getting better, it keeps progressing, and I'm using it more and more. I like it can be used on Android, therefore it can be used in handheld mode. My Vita successor is crystal clear, and it's not Portal, it is Odin 2. We are getting to the final part of the video with the top tier ports like Eldritch, first person shooter with procedurally generated world, Samurai 2 Vengeance, hack and slash game with cel shaded cartoon graphics. It can get a bit repetitive, but you get stronger and gain new abilities. Unfortunately, it is in Spanish, so you're not gonna have much from the storyline. Backstab HD, Assassin's Creed clone, modules refined, controls are a bit clunky, but graphics are excellent, storyline is epic. I like to come back to it cause it brings a lot of memories. Hollow Knight, with latest update it's even better than before, 5 to 10% improvement in FPS and loading. And Conduit HD, Flo came back from retirement to make this one happen, and I'm glad he did, cause it is a great first person shooter with single player campaign that consists of 9 missions. I'm including Simpsons Hit and Run port at the end. I haven't put it into I wish it could be finished category, cause I'm sure it will be finished eventually. People love this game, and I do too. My latest video with it just hit 50,000 views. I've mentioned there also Portal 64, which you should try too via Daedalus X64 if you haven't already. In the end, I'm including one comment from channel member and his top 3 PS Vita Homebrew of 2023. For Jarek Smith, the undisputed champion is Conduit HD, then Galaxy on Fire 2, and third is Hollow Knight. Viva la Vita, brother! For me, I would pick Conduit first, second Fallout, third GTA Mods. You know, I'm a sucker for those. And what's my favorite comment of this year? It's gotta be from the how to create internal memory card on the PS Vita 1000, where people keep asking if you can repeat the process and get even more storage. You should try it out, brother, and let me know how it ended up. So this is it. It's been a longer video, but I'm sure it was worth it. We cannot just let go the best Vita Homebrew of 2023. 2023 was very fertile. Huge thanks to the whole community for keeping at it. And I hope 2023 is gonna be as good, if not better. Thanks to you for watching. Thanks to members and patrons for support. Peace out. And I'll see you in 2024.
We don't take cover in here. Čo strieľaš? Čo?